Hey Ricky, come on in, man.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you for asking.
Excellent, have a seat.
Thank you very much. So how things been going for you here at the office?
I tell you, they've been busy, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm glad we moved out here.
Excellent, excellent. It's really great to hear. Yeah, no, I've been very busy myself. It's been insane.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, since we both are on a short time schedule here, let's jump right into things. First thing I like to do with my new clients is to discuss a little bit about myself.
Okay.
All right. I'm originally from here. I graduated from the University of Mary Washington in 2011 with a degree in economics. After that, I got into business-to-business sales in the wine industry, which was fun while it lasted, especially young out of college. But it just really wasn't personal enough for me. I really wanted to develop a personal connection with the people I worked with. So I looked for another opportunity, and I just found one here at AXA Advisors, and I've loved it ever since. I really had to get down and meet people face to face and really enjoy the personal connection that I developed with them.
That's awesome, man.
All right. Before we get started on this, is there anything that you specifically wanted to talk about?
No, I don't think so, Ricky. Nothing that comes to mind right away.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, this is our discovery brochure.
Okay.
The first thing I like to cover is confidentiality. As you know, in the IT industry, information is stolen all the time, so we have to keep that really close to the chest. None of your information will be shared with anyone outside of AXA, and only in AXA with myself and maybe a few advisors if I bring them in to help out with your
Okay.
All right, next thing is customized strategies. That's just AXA's way of describing that everything we do here at AXA is completely unique to the individual. Everything is based on you and your family's wants, needs, and goals.
That's awesome. Yeah, I met the guy one time, and he seemed to kind of just be selling the same thing to everyone. So that customized strategy, I think that's important to me.
Absolutely, yeah. And our process may take a little bit longer than most, but I feel like the results at the end are really matter, and that's how we know you a little better.
Excellent.
Next thing I like to do, because I like to keep this right out in front, is compensation.
Okay.
There are three main ways we're compensated here at AXA. The first one being fee-based planning. It just means that there's a lot of moving parts. You own a few businesses, buy-sell agreements, you own a couple houses. All that takes a little bit longer, so we want to be compensated for our time, so we might have a fee. But if that is instituted, we'll let you know well ahead of time. So you
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
The next one is the most popular. That's commission-based payments. All that just means is if we do work with a couple vehicles, we set up a couple plans, the companies that supply those vehicles will go ahead and take care of us, and you won't see any extra charges. There'll be nothing like that, any hidden fees.
Okay.
Any questions on that so far?
No, I mean, that makes sense. I'm glad we touched on it, though.
All right, and the final way that we are compensated, my favorite way personally, is referrals.
Okay.
Just means if we do a really great job with you, don't keep us a secret here at AXA. We want you to go out and tell all your friends and family about us, and that's how we maintain our business structure.
You got it, man. Yeah, they can do that.
All right, all this makes sense to you so far?
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward.
All right, Mike, let's move on to the next one here.
Okay.
All right, this is called the paradox of financial success. Let's take a look at these two pyramids real quick. We have the common approach and the professional approach.
Okay.
The common approach is where we see most of the time. All that means is that people, probably like yourself, me before I got in this job as well, have a 401k here, a 401k there, a Roth, maybe a little investment portfolio. We have all these products, but we really don't have any plan for them.
Okay.
So that makes up the biggest part of the pyramid here. And then we take that and we try to jam it down into what we call our portfolio, even though it really does nothing to do with what our goals and our objectives are. And then that leads down, then we try to develop a strategy and make this product bundle work for our retirement or whatever our future holds.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it can work, but we don't really recommend that. Here at AXA, we do the professional approach.
Okay.
As you see, the base of the triangle down here is the strategy. That's what we find is the most important.
Okay.
So I talked about earlier how we have no cookie cutter approach.
Yeah.
We really want to work with you, find out everything you want to do, when you want to retire, what needs you'll have throughout the rest of your life, your family, stuff like that.
Okay.
And from that, you're going to turn that into your portfolio. That's where we collect all these ideas and we try to figure out exactly what you need to do to reach your goals.
Okay.
And from that, and finally, we go and get the products. That's when we look at life, retirement vehicles, stuff like that.
Okay.
Only as long as they point to the top of the pyramid here and reach your final destination, your final goals.
Awesome.
All right. Any question on the paradox of financial success?
No, I'm definitely in that common approach right now, though. I mean, it makes sense, though. We want to have a good strategy. That definitely makes sense.
And no worries. Most people, like I said, most people talk to are in the common approach, but you're making the first step by sitting here, and we'll work to get you to the professional approach.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Excellent. All right. Moving on. This is right here. This is our 5-step process for our meetings. As you can see right here is the discovery meeting. That's where we're at today.
Okay.
That's just where we get to tell you a little bit about AXA and a little bit about ourselves. And we try to find out a little bit of information about you and your family. By
Okay.
the way, are you married and you have children?
Mm-hmm. I have a wife and kids who moved out here with me as well, so
Oh, excellent.
we all live in DC.
How many kids do you have?
2 of them.
Oh, excellent, excellent. That's great. All right, so see, discovery meeting's working out very well. And the next thing we're going to do is set up a profile meeting. That's just where we get our hands dirty, really dig down, we'll have you bring in some paperwork, really look at everything you have so far that you've
Okay.
acquired, and try to see what we can do to turn that into your goals and strategies.
Okay.
All right, which leads us right into our next meeting. Our next event would be the strategy meeting.
Okay.
And that's when you just, that's when we take everything that we've worked on, all the information you've given us, and all the goals and things you really want to achieve and accomplish in life.
Mhm.
And we put all those together and we find the right vehicles for you to achieve all those goals.
Awesome. Okay.
All right? And those 3 are very important, but the 4th step right here, that's the most important of them all.
Okay.
That's the action step.
Mm-hmm.
We could do everything under the sun, we could build the best plan ever, we could spend 20 meetings putting everything together for you, but if we don't do anything, you just put that piece of paper up on a shelf and don't think about it, then it really wasn't worth the paper it's written on.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Pardon me. And then that leads to the final step, the review step. And
Okay.
that's where we kind of help you with the action step.
Okay.
You might meet once or twice or 3 times the first year, but after that, probably about once a year annually, unless needed to meet more. And in that process here, in the review process, is when we really see, do you have more, have you got another kid, have you changed jobs, have your goals changed,
Mm-hmm.
some of that, and we just change the plan accordingly so you can still reach all the goals you want, regardless of what changes along the way.
All right.
All right, looking at these, are there any questions on these steps?
Nope. Makes sense so far, Ricky.
Excellent. All right, here I got a lot of the information already filled out in the discovery survey from your business card.
Mhm.
You want to check, make sure all that's correct?
Yeah, it looks like I'll put in my my personal email just so you have that.
Oh, excellent.
And yeah, it looks like everything you got there is good. It looks like accurate to me.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Now this is the fun part here. This
Okay.
is the interactive section of,
Okay.
of the discovery meeting.
Yeah.
All right, here we have a few different categories where we like to ask you a few questions and just see what your priorities are, what you're concerned the most about.
Okay.
Example being the first one, knowing how much income in today's dollars that you will need during retirement. Is that going to be a high priority or a low priority for you?
No, that's definitely a high concern there.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you a few minutes until I got a little something in my throat. I'm going to grab some water if you take some time to fill
Yeah.
this out. All right, I'll be right back.
Excellent.
All right. How are things going for you? All finished?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of things are of high priority, but it's eye-opening, man. I didn't realize all the stuff that I probably should be doing, but I'm not. But,
No worries.
I hope I passed. I don't know.
Like I said, the first step is being right here, then we can address everything and
Okay.
look forward for it. It might take a few minutes to take a look at this for you. All right, so I can see one of your biggest priorities is retirement. Do you have anything set up so far through your business? Any extra savings you've done?
No, I mean, I had a 401k at my old job. I don't even know if I'm enrolled in the new one yet, but that's about it. I don't really know why. I just kind of put 10% away in the paycheck and just kind of do that.
No worries. All right, make note of that. Also, I see college education planning for your children's on there. How old are they, you said again?
The kids are 4 and 2.
Okay.
Again, we have some savings accounts for them, but I guess it's not a plan. It's just kind of money that we thought, hey, let's use for that. So something I should probably take care of.
No worries. Make note of that as well. And they're still very young, so there's plenty of time to look into ways to save for their college education.
Okay.
All right, a few more. I'll make notes of these. All right. And this next page is just a few little questions about your life.
Okay.
Any anticipated changes you have?
No, we just bought a house, so we're good there. No household income. Nothing there. Good there. No, good there.
This one's fun. I'm actually going to give you this one to take home.
Okay.
And I just want you to sit down with your wife, involve her in the situation here, and answer
Okay.
these questions, and bring them back to me for our next meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
And on the back of that, gives you a breakdown of all the different pieces of the pie that actually can help you.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on this so far?
No, I mean it was eye opening that worksheet you have to do there. So I'm glad we did that. I didn't realize how much I'm not doing right now. So that was good.
No worries. Well, I'm glad to see that you've realized what you need to do to accomplish your goals. And the next step would be to actually start on the right path to getting those goals achieved.
Okay.
So what I do now is, today's Friday. Is that a good time for meetings usually?
Yeah, I think Friday afternoons are usually pretty okay.
All right, so let's go for 2 Fridays from now if that works for you.
Let's see, that's
Check your calendar there.
yeah, I think that should work.
All right, same time, about 3 o'clock.
Perfect.
All right, what I'm going to do here is mark a few of the paperwork that you may need to bring in that'll help us to get on that next step, that profile meeting I talked about.
Okay.
All righty, if it would be possible to bring your wife in next week, that would be our next meeting. That would be excellent as well.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her. She's a school teacher, so I see sometimes she might be able to make it by 3 o'clock.
Okay, excellent. Well, let me know when we confirm. I'll send you an email to confirm when it gets a little closer.
Okay.
All right, before we close up here, I just wanted to ask you, did you find value in what we discussed today?
Yeah, man, you opened my eyes as far as everything that I'm not doing, so it's definitely valuable use of our time, I think.
Excellent. And that said, like I mentioned before about referrals being our #1 aspect, if you know anyone, friends, family, coworkers, I'm going to reach out to them and let them know the good job we've done so far. I'd be grateful to have their numbers, and I can reach out to them for you. If that's all right with you.
Yeah, I can't. I know there's one guy here at work who I know is in a similar situation. Stephen Hall.
Stephen Hall.
He kind of moved. I forget where he's from. He's recent to the area, and definitely, as I think of other people, I definitely won't keep you a secret.
Excellent. Do you by chance have Stephen Hall's number, and I could reach out to him sometime next week?
Yeah, I do actually. Let me get that to you. It's 703-205-0321.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, well, if you see Steve at work, I'll give him a heads up that I'm going to reach out to him next week, and I'll go ahead and give him a call and see if we can set up a meeting and have the same.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll shoot him an email and just let him know I talked to you, and that you should be expecting a call.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mike. I really appreciate this. Any other questions I can take care of before we get out? Maybe today?
I don't think so, Ricky. You pretty much covered everything, and you kept it concise, so I appreciate that, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure working with you, and you have a great day.
Thanks a lot, Ricky. You too.
No problem. Thank you.